Alright guys, Dan here from Guitar from the Heart. Again, this was from the last video where I showed how we start to derive the flat keys, looking at the key of C, which has no sharps or flats. We know what the key that's going to have one flat is going to be by finding the fourth degree in this key. So like, let's say we're in the key of C, we're looking at the key of C right now. How do we know what the next key is going to be that's going to have one flat? We look at the 4 of the current key. And that gave us the key of F major, which we found by stacking thirds. We found that these are the keys that are in the key of F. Now today, we're going to move on from that. And we're going to go to, we're basically going to start with the notes that are in the key of F. And again, the key of F has one flat, right? And whenever we get we go to a new flat key, it's the 4 of the new key that's going to be flat. So the key of C, just again for reference, to make it not as confusing, this has 0 flats. This one here has 1 flat. Now we want to try to find the key that's going to have 2 flats. And the way we do that is we look at the current key. This is the current key that we're in, right? This is the current key. We're looking at the current key, and we're going to find the 4th. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So our new key that's going to have 2 flats is going to be what? B flat major, okay? So, just to not get too messy here, let's come down here and let's start our new flat key that's going to have 2 flats. We're going to start with B flat. It's going to end with B flat, of course. And then we're going to write all the letters in between, not repeating any letter. B, C, D, E, F, G, A. So as we move to the next key, the B is going to retain that flat, but one other note is going to have a flat, so that this key is going to have 2 flats in it always. And, well, the way we find that note is we just go to the 4th degree of this key, 1, 2, 3, 4. So when we were looking at the sharp side of things, the sharp keys, whenever we wanted to get a new key, say if we were in a key of G, right, it had 1 sharp, which was F sharp, which was the 7th of that key. When we wanted to go to the next sharp key that's going to have 2 sharps, we look at the 5th of G, which was D, and now we know that's going to retain the F sharp, and the 7th of that new key, which is C sharp, would be the new sharp. So the rule for sharp keys, to get the next key, we're going to look at the 5th. To get and the next key, the new key is always going to have another sharp on the 7th degree. On the flat side of things, it's a little easier to memorize because to get the new key, all you have to do is look at the 4th, and then the 4th of that key is gonna be flat. So it's kind of like sort of like saying, like, to go from a sharp key, say the current sharp key that we're in, and going to a new sharp key, the 5th takes you to the new sharp key, right? The 5th of the current one takes you to the new sharp key, and the new sharp key is going to have a 7th. It's going to be sharp. But with flats, you're just going to look at the 4th, and then in the new flat key, it's going to be the 4th again. Hopefully that wasn't too wordy or confusing. But again, so here we have our new flat key, and the 4th is what's going to be flat. These are the notes in the key of B flat major. And the way to get the chords, as always, this is not any different on the flat keys. Okay, this is how we get the major. These are the chords that we're going to get when we harmonize the major scale. The 1, the 4, and the 5 of major, 2, 3, and 6 R minor, 7 diminished. All right, and it's just repetition, guys, and then it starts to become like, do you remember what your middle name is? Then here, by stacking thirds, we can get the notes in these chords, and basically in the key of B flat major, if we have a B, we have a C minor, we have a D minor, we have an E flat major, an F major, a G minor, an A diminished, and a B flat. This is the key of B flat major. And these are the chords. If you play in these chords, you will stay in key when you're in a key of B flat major. All right, cool. Next key is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be our next key, E flat major.